Welcome, the North Miami Pioneers head coach, Gerald Cox. Appreciate you being here at the Hope Church of Christ, where I'm privileged to serve as assistant pastor, and also to our first ever Football Hotbed Media Day. This is an exciting time of year, Coach, as you give your opening statement about North Miami. You're here for the first year on 135th Street, and as far as things are concerned, you're still in Dade County, where you've made your name. What should we know about this brand of football that you're bringing to North Miami, and how you're getting ready to approach this new season?
First thing, thank you for having us, and congratulations on the year 11. It popped up on me today, so congratulations on that. And man, I've been blessed. I'm blessed to come here. I'm blessed to be back in the area where I'm very familiar with the kids, the community. Community has embraced me very well, man, since I've been there, man, and it's just been awesome to walk in it and walk through the building, walk in the community. Like, I literally have walked every store, almost every block. I've walked up and down, man. So, it's been a blessing, man. These kids have bought in to everything we're doing. Just from January to now, the bodies have changed, the mindset has changed. So it goes with our philosophy of championship swagger. You kind of have to come in and be ready to play. No matter where you think you're going to play at, you're going to probably do anything to help this team out. And so we're going to be very physical. We're going to be fast. Like, we literally going to be fast in every position on the field. So that's going to be one of the brands we're going to have to live by, man, and get through this year with some successful kids that, standing right here next to me. They do a good job of leading. And they also one of the guys that be at practice every day. So, that's one of the things that I'm proud of, just the culture, man. We're bringing a lot of championship swagger from a staff perspective, man, and we pushing these kids, and they bought in.
Well, let's meet these kids. Grab those mics and turn them on, and make sure you give us your first and last name, and then your class and what position you play. You may have to push the mics up or press them so you see the green button, and that lets you know they're on. Let's start with you, number 8.
Ishmael Dorville, class of 2023, defensive end.
Jason Gabriel, class of 23, wide receiver, free safety.
Gerson Elect, class of 2024, DB and running back.
Lewinsky Adore, class of 2025, linebacker and DN.
Carmelo Zelaya, wide receiver, class of 2023.
Cameron King, offensive line, defensive line, class of 2023.
Jaden Short, class of 2023, receiver, linebacker.
Erez Baptiste, class of 2023, running back and receiver.
So, Coach, at the end of the day, you got some senior leadership. You walked into the building and inherited some things, but you do things the Dade County way, the championship way, your pedigree from the Rockets, college tours, the 7-on-7 circuit. How do all these things manifest themselves, with W's in the season, and how have you been influenced and all the programs you've led, had the privilege of leaving at Creek, Booker T, and now North Miami? What's just been your outcome for that?
Man, it breeds, camaraderie. Our kids get a chance to really know us as coaches when we go on that road, and we get to know them, outside of football. And that's one of these things the kids will tell you, man. With my staff, we worry about everything outside of football, and we try and build them up, for life after football. So we want them to be prepared. So those opportunities, man, those trips that we go on, it helps us do that. And that in the end, it builds trust too. So these kids know that we're not going to tell them anything wrong. So when that adversity hits, they're going to trust in the word that we say, and then we're going to trust them to go out and do it because we've seen them do it. Like we were behind in a couple 7-on-7 games, and I saw this group fight back. We were down 17-0 in two of them, and came back and won. So that showed me the fight that we have. So when it comes down to it, it's another added piece to it where I can again trust and I can be patient. Like Larry Bluestein told me, he said, "Man, I don't be high, I don't be too high, I don't be too low. I always I'm mellow. So this group is going to allow me to stay that way. So that's a big piece of it, man. And again, it's just the work ethic. The work ethic that we've developed when I was over at Central under Telly Lockett and Coach Smith. I brought that. I bring that everywhere I go. So we have that mentality. Nobody's going to outwork us. I know what certain programs do. Well, I do a lot more than what they do. And I'm going to push these kids. But I'm going to push them to the point they understand why they're getting pushed. And I'm not just telling them to do it just because. So that's kind of the difference. And that's kind of the mentality. Again, we're a family atmosphere. Forget about me, I love you. And that's what we ride with.
Over the course of the years, Coach, you've had guys that have always stick together. The Coconut Creek staff praised you for putting such a cohesive group. They were so close, they didn't even want to leave. They're still together to this day. You brought much of your staff over from Booker T. Washington. What is it about you that has taught you to be so familial in everything that you do and create bonds and real football programs? Because quite honestly, programs have a hard time staying alive these days, having kids. You got programs at 8A schools with barely 30 kids on the team, and these are facts. But you've been able to have success, 68, 60, 70 kids on teams, dressing, consistently over the course of time through a drought, through changing times. What's the DNA with that, Coach?
Man, to be honest, I've just been blessed, man. God has been blessing me. That's the first piece of it. God has kind of placed me in good areas, and He's placed good men around me, as well as young ladies that have helped me as well. But He's placed us together so much that we spend a lot of time together. Our family spend a lot of time. Again, the family concept. Everywhere I've been, I believe in that. I'm always going to put them first. You don't see a lot of pictures of me out there. You're going to see more of my kids than me, because it's always about them. It's never about me, and that's one of the things that I kind of I hang my hat on. I'm proud of what Coconut Creek is doing. I tell them this all the time, man. That's a program that when we walked in there, man, everybody kind of was like, okay, they wrote them off a little bit once Coach Reed left. And we were able to do some things there, and like I told them, if they stayed together, I knew what kind of talent they was as a coaching staff, and I knew what they would do in that area. And I just told them, man, stay together, y'all, and just keep everything going. Y'all are doing it. It paid out to them. They won a district title last year, so I was there for that too. So like I literally was there and watched it, and this staff that I have now, man, we again that concept is just family. We know we're gonna have each other's back when adversity hits. When people were talking about us, that we stuck together. We got stronger as a group, and that's what allowed us to get through last year. And when this opportunity came about, it honestly, I had to ask them 3 or 4 times to make sure. I thought they were playing with me. I said, "Man, y'all seriously going with me?" And they was like, "Yeah, Coach. We love what you do. We love the culture that you build, and they want to be a part of it, man." So again, that's just a blessing, man. It's a blessing, and then again, the kids, the community. I embrace the community, and when the community embraces me, it allows me to do a lot more things. And again, I want to put North Miami on the map, the community on the map, the school on the map, every building, everything in North Miami. If you're part of North Miami, within the next year, that NM is going to be everywhere.
Let's hear from some of your players. Dorville, you've been in the program with Coach Cox now for at least 6 months. What have you learned, and what are you looking forward to displaying that this fall?
From Coach Cox, I've learned a lot, actually. A lot of camaraderie, like he said. said, I've got to know my younger guys way better than I have done in the past. And I really appreciate that because we have a way better connection than we used to do. From Coach, I've also learned, like, for necessary, we have a smaller team compared to most teams. So what's necessary is explosion, speed, being able to get there, not taking breaks off, the constant conditioning. Even though we get tired, we get lazy, he's always teaching us we got to fight through it because at the end of the day, it's not a 1 quarter, 2 quarter game. It's a 4 quarter game. We got to be able to play through all 4 quarters. So it's allowed us to be able to play through long days in the heat. So I've learned a lot from Coach.
So, just go to you. As far as your outlook on this upcoming season, based on the things you guys have done this all season, what should we expect from you?
We should expect a lot from me. Coach Cox taught me a lot off the field and on the field. We should expect more leadership and more explosion. Last year, it was not a big year for me. So this year, it should be a way better year.
Alette, with you in the defensive backfield, defense wins championships. What are you looking to bring to the team this year?
I'm looking to bring leadership, explosion, being able to relay calls, being like the quarterback of the defense, being able to call things even if our coach can't see it and I see it, I'll be able to let my whole team know and put us in the best situation to win games.
And finally, 4-4, what do you bring to the table on the defensive side, you know, as a big-size guy, and what should we expect from you for this upcoming season?
Well, I feel like that there's multiple things that you can expect from me because at the end of the day, I play 2 positions. So I feel like when one player is struggling, I feel like I could step in and make a difference and provide for the table. So and I feel like and like same when I'm on linebacker. I feel like if they run the ball, I can just go through the middle and make plays.
And Coach, finishing this up, you know, I believe you guys are in 3M. You know, that's loaded. Creek's in it. St. Thomas Dillard, you know, the big names. You've never shied away from competition.
Never.
You're kind of known for that. You're going to sneak up on somebody. I know what I kind of want to ask you a question, but I know how you're going to answer. But long story short, do people really understand what they're getting into when they're talking about North Miami football this year?
Nah, they don't have a clue. They don't. They right now they think I'm crazy. You know, they think me scheduling Valdosta to start off the season is crazy. They think me scheduling Golden Gate the very next week is crazy as well. But at the end of the day, I know what my coaching staff is capable of. I know what these kids are capable of. And like you say, I don't run from nobody. So if you line up, you put your pads on just like these kids put it on too. So we gonna see what you got. And this year's gonna be real interesting. You know, I joke with Creek a little bit. You know, they got mad at me because I told them, I said, listen, I'm looking forward to the 4th round. And I said, honestly, that's St. Thomas. Or it could be Dillard. Or if they sneak up in they 4th round. But that's where I'm going right now. Because I know at the end of the day, I got to go through one of those 3. So whoever that is, 4th round, or maybe 3rd round, depending on rankings, we're going to do what it do. You know, hopefully it's Creek. Hopefully I can see them at some point in time. That'll be an interesting battle. But, again, man, you know, we trying to do some things at North Miami that a lot of people didn't think could happen. You know, 135th has been full of talent for many years. Now it's just up to us as a staff to put it together, push these kids, and let them believe in what we're doing and believe that they can get there. And, again, whoever is there, line them up. We're going to have to run through them.
It's a hotbed world. Thanks, Coach.